Let's see if that tips over that thing. Oh, it's gonna be interesting. Now we're going to unload. Hey guys, so I'm in an unusual situation. I'm going to talk about Carvana today, and the situation I'm in is that I'm selling them a vehicle and buying a vehicle in the same week. I'm not trading in anything. I'm selling them a vehicle and buying them a vehicle. Not a paid sponsorship, just giving my impressions and let you know what happened with my transactions. Hold on. Let me fix this here. So I won't get real in depth in this, but basically we have a commercial van over at the warehouse. We bought it about 2 years ago. We thought we'd be using it a lot more for deliveries, possible delivery service, and we just didn't. So it's sitting over there. It's a 2018 Chevy Express 2500 cargo van. The mileage is really low. It's like 20,000 miles on it. It's in great shape. So I wanted to sell it. So I went on Carvana about 3 months ago, and my buy offer was about 18.5 on it. Last week we went on Carvana, and guess what this buyout was? The offer was 22,146 or 143. That just tells you how crazy the car business is right now. Used car prices are going way up. New car inventory is shrinking because of the chip shortage and because of all kinds of other things, and used car prices are going up. So my car went up like crazy, that vehicle. So I went online, I got my quote, went through all the paperwork, signed everything online. They came yesterday. They put a lockbox on the van. A girl came by as the rep, had all the paperwork. I had everything ready for her. Just hand them a blank title, and that was pretty much it. So I parked the vehicle, and a flatbed was supposed to come by and pick it up yesterday or last night. Now, let's shift to the sell side. Wife and I, when we go down to the beach house, we go down for 3 or 4 weeks or whatever, a couple times a year. Well, she doesn't want to drive down there, which means we only have one vehicle. So I said to her, why don't we do this? Why don't we just buy a cheap SUV and just leave it down there? That way we can use it, or if one of the kids goes down, they need 2 vehicles, there's a vehicle at the beach house for them. Seemed like a good idea. So she just wanted a cheap little SUV, I wanted something with low miles on it. That was my biggest thing. So I found a 2018 Buick Encore with about, I think it was like 8,000 miles on it, and bought it for like 20 grand. So I went online. Now this is a cash purchase. I went online, connected my bank account, did all that stuff, paid for it, and it's showing up today. Now with Carvana, you do have a 7-day satisfaction, total satisfaction, where you could return the car. Paperwork, everything online was real easy, real simple to do. If you're not tech savvy, in other words, if you're sitting there pushing the escape key all the time, it's probably not the service for you. But you can work your way through it. Here's my caveat right now. My caveat, the warning that I have for you is that if you have a little bit of a tricky situation, or if you need to pick up a phone and talk to someone, it's not happening. They're so busy right now, and that's one of their issues, is they need to add more customer service reps that can pick up a phone. That's their weakness right now. They're just so busy. The average hold time is like 1 to 2 hours to try and get on the phone. I just said, Now they do have a text me, chat me later sort of service, so you can chat online. It's usually a long wait. Or they'll have a text you later, where a customer service rep will text you later on that day and you can talk to them. So that wasn't that bad. But if you have any complicated situations, if you have any issues and you need someone in customer service, that's their one weak point right now. They're just so busy right now. They're having to use third-party haulers a lot of times. They're not using their own haulers. I mean, it's good for them. They're just swamped like everyone else. Everyone's swamped and everything is low. So my overall impression so far to this point is I give them probably a B or B plus as far as simple transactions. Customer service, I give them probably a C minus or a D, just simply because they're overwhelmed, they're busy. They really need to add more staffing. They need to get some good customer service people that can get on the phone with customers. I think that's really important. Now they do offer financing. or you can arrange your own financing. Of course, my transactions were just cash transactions, so it was pretty simple. She pulled up yesterday. I handed her my title. I signed a couple papers. Done. There was my check. I had my check in my hand when I sold it to her. Today's purchase is going to be pretty simple, of course, because it's a cash purchase. Just show proof of insurance, driver's license, sign a couple papers. Done. So so far so good. So anyways, I'll take you over, and when the Buick shows up, I'll show you the Buick. So this is the commercial van that it came by yesterday. Signed a couple papers out in the driveway, gave me my check. She put a lockbox on it, and so this thing is ready to be picked up. That's cut at 1/2 inch right now. I'm going to go out back and finish this, but I have a feeling, yep, that was my Carvana rep texting me about delivery of the new vehicle. Oh, there she is. And now we're going to unload. Okay, and there goes the van. Let's see if that tips over that thing. Oh, it's gonna be interesting. Oh, don't tip over. Isn't that just adorable? Great little car. So basically what we wanted something really small and compact that we could just leave down there and even park under the house when we're not there. There you go. So one of the reasons why I got this, and I'm familiar with the car industry, GM, the Buicks have a really good warranty. Matter of fact, this car still has 2 years and like 50,000 mile warranty on it. That's a bumper to bumper. It's one of the reasons. Number two, low miles, 7,700 miles on this thing. It was a former lease that was turned in, and right online you can go ahead and you can see the Carfax. You can see the service history, and they outline any little dinks or anything like that. It's pretty cool. You can do a 360 outside, 360 inside, exactly as it was shown, no issues. I always buy a car with low miles that still has a little factory warranty. That way you can pop it over to the dealership, have them look it over, and it's all covered. But overall, so I will tell you, they do provide you with a temporary tag. That was one of my questions. So you do have a temp tag. Now in Georgia, what they do is they actually mail the title to your local DMV office before you get your plate and all that stuff, registration. But nice and clean, no issues. Everything is good on it. And the wife is actually going to drive this into work today. That's why I have it out here, so that she can get familiar with it. What a perfect little car for just a little runaround car down there. You know, when she wants to go pick up groceries or go to her yoga class or whatever she wants to do. So overall, great little car. Really happy with it. So again, like I said, my overall impression, as far as where they're going with their service, I give it a B. They're really really offering a pretty good service, straightforward pricing. It's an easy transaction. They text you and let you know what's going on. Again, the customer service, if you run into issues, they really need to work that out. But it's because they're so busy. The car business is crazy right now. Here's the question that I always like to ask. Would I recommend this to a family member or a close friend of mine? And my answer is yes, with the caveat that I presented. And what are those caveats? Is if you're looking for a pretty simple transaction, if you're looking for a newer model car or a lower mileage car, I think it's a great place to go. Straightforward pricing. You can compare it right online. You can see the Carfax, the Kelley Blue Book values. They show everything up front. They have tons of pictures, and they have a 360 inside and outside view. So overall, you kind of know what you're getting. They do offer some of their own extended warranties. I did not research them. Don't rely on me for that. I did not do any research on that because the car that we bought was still under factory warranty. I'm not worried about it. If you're doing a trade, they'll give you an offer right online for a trade value. If you want to sell a car, you can go on and sell it. The transaction is really simple. A lot of people are going to say, why didn't you trade in your van and save the money? Because the van was owned by a corporation, by our corporation, and we were buying this in a personal name. That's why we didn't do a trade-in on it. I could have saved a little bit of money that way, but unfortunately I couldn't do it that way. I would recommend, if you're going to sell a car, this is a great way. Just go online, get a price, and get a feel for the cars that are out there. Again, I never talked on the phone to anybody in this whole transaction. The only person I talked on the phone to, well, I believe, no, I didn't even talk on the phone. She just texted me, was Amanda, the girl that dropped off, that picked up, that did the van purchase, and the same girl came back and did the car purchase. Pretty straightforward, very little paperwork. That's about it. Hope that helped. Talk to you later. Doc.